An NRA host recently did a segment where he aired his grievances in regard to the media referring to guns as weapons. Now, this is Grant Stinchfield, and you might have seen some of the NRA videos that he put out there before. But what you're about to watch is his reaction to an article that was written by the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, where they essentially talked about students who were concerned about concealed carry on campus. Now, in that piece, they referred to guns as weapons because that's what guns are. But again,
how dare you, Anna?
Is not happy about it. But don't take it from me. Let's hear from him.
The Atlanta Journal-Constitution recently wrote an article about campus carry taking effect in Georgia and the controversy surrounding it. But it's their use of the word weapon that has me bewildered. The reporter uses, quote, weapons in place of firearms or guns so many times, it just becomes bizarre. Here, fears of gun owners getting drunk and firing their weapons. I firmly believe she uses the phrase weapons over firearms in an effort to scare the uninformed. But then I realized Georgia calls their concealed carry permits a, quote, weapons carry license. I don't like that name at all. To me, the military carries weapons, guns carried for offensive purposes. I carry a firearm, a tool used for self-defense.
What?
Okay.
I mean, really, are people buying into this? Like, what? It's a weapon. I remember when I did jury duty, it was a criminal case and it had to do with attempted murder with a deadly weapon, right?
No, a deadly firearm.
No, but it wasn't a gun. It was a car. The car was referred to as a weapon because a car could be a deadly weapon, okay?
But could a gun really?
The whole purpose of a gun is to serve as a weapon. Oh, you don't like that? You don't like the fact that it's a gun is meant to kill. That is the only purpose a gun is there for, right?
You say, no, wait a minute. It's I go hunting. Well, then you kill deer with it, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
I do it to defend myself, but then you shoot at human beings who you then kill. Because that is the point of you're not hitting them with feathers. You're hitting them with bullets, and the bullets kill people. So here's my favorite part of this. This is political correctness run amok.
Oh my God.
And so whenever you see a conservative blame a liberal for anything, know that that is exactly what they want to do. So they say, oh, these liberals, they want political correctness. Political correctness means that a word or a phrase can be factually correct, but we don't want you using it because we've considered it to be politically incorrect. Okay, so a gun is defined in the dictionary as a weapon consisting of a metal tube with mechanical attachments from which projectiles are shot by force of an explosive, a piece of ordnance. Okay, so that is the dictionary definition of a gun, starts with a weapon, okay?
Well,
but that is politically incorrect now for Republicans.
Well, Stinchfield's next video will be about how much he dislikes the dictionary for defining a gun as a weapon. By the way, okay, so
it's a well-known dictionary bias.
This goes beyond him getting his feelings hurt over what he considers like defamation of his favorite toys, right? For me, the big concern is how incredibly irresponsible some Americans are with their guns. People who have legally purchased them and unfortunately don't take gun safety seriously, which is why we see story after story of a young person, a kid, having access to their parents' gun, either shooting themselves accidentally or shooting another family member. And so I always want to really emphasize the discussion of gun safety when we get into these conversations, because oftentimes, more often than not, everyone goes into their corner and they start yelling at each other about whether or not there should be gun control. Okay, well, if we can't agree on that, then in the very least, let's at least take these guns seriously. They are deadly weapons. They are weapons. We should take them seriously. And in that video that he did, he acts like, no, this is not a weapon. This is all fun and games. There's no problem here. It is a weapon. That is what it is. If that gets your feelings hurt, then go educate yourself on what it is.
It seems like he got triggered. Interesting. All right, but Anna, you're not being fair. It's not a weapon, it's a firearm. So I looked up the dictionary definition of firearm. A small arms weapon as a rifle or pistol from which a projectile is fired by gunpowder. So you didn't even bother to look up any of the definitions.
Is he upset at cops that say drop your weapon?
So, hey.
Does he get his feelings hurt then?
Okay, he is a very special snowflake. So if you call his weapon by the wrong name, he's gonna get triggered, and God knows what he'll do. Help us build independent media. Become a member of the Young Turks. TYTnetwork.com/join.